All right, the last match day, the last game of the UEFA Champions League group phase will be played tomorrow, right? All games at the same time, on the same day. About 36 clubs will be playing their game tomorrow. So we'll be having an 18 good matches on Wednesday for the last group phase of UEFA Champions League game. So many teams has been confirmed eliminated already. So many teams are fighting to be, on the automatic qualification. So many teams are fighting to be on the seeded positions. So many teams are fighting to get out of unseeded position. Right, I will explain all this on this video, but before we go on, let's acknowledge the biggest games of that tomorrow. One of the biggest game, or the biggest game, is Paris Saint-Germain versus Newcastle United. Absolutely a cracker game to watch. Because these two teams are fighting to remain on the automatic qualification for the round 16. Anybody that loses the game will go down to the seeded position. So it's a tough game. It's a tough game. I hope my English club Newcastle will win that game for that day. And also, let's not forget Chelsea versus Napoli. Right? This is a very big fixture for Chelsea. Chelsea is fighting to remain on that automatic qualification side, while Napoli, if they lose this game, they might automatically be eliminated from the Champions League entirely. So it's a very big game. It's a very tough game for Chelsea. Also, let's not forget Barcelona Copenhagen. Barcelona right now are on the seeded position. Losing that game against Copenhagen could see them dropped to seeded position, or even drop to elimination phase, depending on what other clubs play. So it's a very tough game for Barcelona when Copenhagen is looking forward to not to be eliminated or not to be in seeded position. So another big game for the day is Manchester City against Karabakh. A very tough game, very tough game for City, right? City losing that game to Bordeaux was a big mistake. If they lose again to Karabakh, they might be eliminated or stands to be on the unseeded position. Right, they need to win that game. Why Karabakh also need to win that game? Let me explain these positions. Right, automatic qualification to round 16. You understand that? But the seeded position and the unseeded position it's just the same thing as the former group stage of UEFA Champions League, when people are fighting to remain at the top of their group. Right, not to face the big team that are on top of their own group stage. So the second position is that same thing as unseeded position, while the first position is that same thing as seeded position. So you find easy teams on unseeded position, while bigger teams